welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapper with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Mini Monday, and this one I love to call Half and Half. Now, this uses a low volume as well as a gray and different types of pink, and we just had fun picking fabric, and it's a really good scrap buster. Actually, this is an excellent scrap buster for all of your scraps because you use 2.5-inch squares, and then I think these ones are 2 7/8 cut in half, so you can make you can make those really quickly, and they just fit together just beautifully. But first, let's do our shout outs. This is Donna at Handmade by Ying with Donna. She is just a wonderful personality on YouTube. I have got to meet her, and we've chatted a few times on the phone. I think she's awesome. You guys got to go check her out. And Marie at Marie's Scrappy Creations. Both of these ladies, Marie and I haven't had a sew date for a while, but both of them, I've had the opportunity to talk to them offline and online, and then, not on camera or whatever. And wow, these people are awesome. You got to go check these guys out. And both of their YouTube channels are in our show notes below. So it's kind of fun to give a shout out where you actually have talked to the person before. So it's kind of a fun thing to do. Now, if you go there and you like what you see and you haven't seen these guys before, please, make comments, give them some words of encouragement, share the loves, right? So, also, if making comments, share, like, subscribe, please subscribe. Over half of you weren't subscribed there to watch me, which, I don't mind. And I get, you want to have some anonymity or whatever, that's great too, but hit the bell, thumbs up. Oh, and there's a hype button now, and this helps push our analytics so that we can continue bringing you and others more free patterns and lots of fun, right? We have fun in this channel. We try to have fun in this channel. Also, we have a virtual sewing Facebook group which hosts a virtual sewing room under Discord. We have fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down, and we have lots of fun community chats. The admins, however, have asked that I tell you guys to answer the questions when you're joining that group. Answer the questions and agree to the rules. Otherwise, I can't let you in. And we're trying to keep that group very safe and, quilter friendly, right? So, also, I speak for free, and I talk about elements of design and making charity quilts and working with scrap fabrics. But I'm also going to have another speaking engagement hopefully ready by the end of December, but I'm probably more realistic is the end of January because I'm having problems getting the pictures together. So that's one of these things with speaking engagements. You got to get pictures and words and everything to get the message across. If you're a quilting group or guild that are looking for a speaker, you can either email me, and the email address is under the About tab, or what you can do is message me through the Facebook group. I'm much faster at Facebook than I am through the email. Also, if you guys have shout outs, the shout outs are really great to get. I love getting shout outs from viewers. That's so much fun. I find a lot of new people myself that way. And again, email is under the About tab, and message me through the Facebook messenger system. Also, Twinkle Twinkle, that's our next big sew along on Wednesdays, is starting February 25th. So save your strings, and you're going to have a lot of fun with those strings. And if you don't have strings or you're anti-string, you can still cut your pieces out of solid scrap fabric. Wow, I can't talk today. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, the Zoom sew dates that we have, this is our group Zoom sew dates. The Zoom link and the passcode are in the show notes below. The first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. because I'm in Alberta, Canada. It's Mountain Standard Time. So I think that's it. I think we've covered it all. Yeah, so come on in and we'll get to the quilting of Half and Half. Okay, this is Half and Half, and I just, there's really no hard bits here. These are 2.5-inch squares, and the other, the half squares are half of 2 7/8, or you could make them 3, but I prefer the 7/8 cut because I know it fits perfectly. And I don't have to sit there and worry about it. I'm just going to sew in rows. And get this all done, and flip this over. I really like this. I found a a low volume with gray, and I thought, ooh, this would be so pretty. It would be so pretty together. So, indulge me. Okay. There we go. And now this gets sewn onto this. Basically, you're sewing this in rows, right? And this gets sewn onto this. Just like that. There's really no hard bits. I mean, it's just, there is no hard bits in here, which is kind of a nice block to have, you know, for a mini Monday, right? That it's kind of nice to have an easy block for a mini Monday, because minis can be really, really tough, you know, if you want to do a really hard mini. I mean, yeah, you can have some really tough minis. Okay, I'm gonna just line all that up, get that all okay, now I'm going to press away from that, just like that. That's what I'm going to do, just like this. Okay, and wait a minute, this goes up. Yeah, that goes up, and it there. Okay, so now you're going to sew the top triangles all together, and you want to make sure all those points nest. So one goes up, oops, the other one. Okay, the one on the bottom, the seam goes that way. The one on top, the seam goes this way, points that way. So that way that seam will nest, and you end up with nice sharp points. And you want that to look good as well. Now, what you're going to do is just gently push this to the dark. There we go. Just nice. You got a beautiful little 90-degree angle here. This is all straight of grain. You put this part straight of grain and it works out perfectly. Now you take this off the machine and let's, there you go. Now anything, okay, right here, just like that. I'm going to crack that open because I want that to lay nice and flat. There we go. Nice and flat. And I've got one little dog ear, so I'm going to trim that off. Oh wait, I have a couple here. Hang on. Get all the dog ears off from the half square triangles. Now, what you want to do with half and half is easy, because you line this up and you sew, right? You line up these points here, this 90-degree with that 90-degree. Yes, you're going to have little dog ears on the ends, but that's okay. Now, the other way you can piece it, if you're not that confident or you're just beginning, you want to go right down where that point is, where the X is. Here, let me just highlight that a bit here, just a bit. Right where that X is, where the stitching lines cross, right there, you want to go into that point, right there, and you want to come half an inch down, or a quarter of an inch down on your other, on the pointed side, right? And you're just going to pin right there, and you take another pin, and you find that pointed magic X spot, which is right there. Oh, come on. There we go. And half an inch down, or a quarter inch down, sorry, quarter inch, not half inch. And now you just sew. And you want to sew it so that the back is so pressed to the dark. You want to make sure that stays pressed to the dark. Right? You don't want to flip that white seam. And you can kind of maneuver around so you actually hit the point. This way, when you're sewing it, you can actually see where your point is, and you can actually hit the point. So that's kind of a nice quick little block here to do. Now let me just get this off the machine and I'll show you. Now we're going to trim off some dog ears, just like that, and like that. And now, the way this is going to fight each other. If you, depending on your thread count of your fabric, it will lie flatter if you press towards that cone shape, this cone shape here. But depending on what that thread count, because I've seen it where that thread count is so high, it just pushes. So, you know, go to the path of least resistance on this. And you've got a nice little swirl, so you got a nice little flat back. Now, this is a perfect little 6-inch finish, 6.5 inch unfinished. And let me give it a nice little clapper iron and we'll see what we've got going here. Because you've got some perfect points that we've matched. And yeah, you can see them all here. Here, hang on, there's a good one. Come on, let's go. There. So let me iron it and then we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, this is our block called half and half. I just think it's adorable. Now, if you put 4 of these together, you would have like a very elaborate square within a square kind of thing going on. And then of course you would have these points and the diamonds across. This would be really cool as a 12-inch block, right? By making 4 of these and then sewing them together. You could also do them this way and it would look like you know, a star is exploding on a, you know, a 6x6 patch, right? So it'd be kind of cool to have that going on too, right? So this one is lots of fun. It uses up a lot of smaller bits and bobs out of your stash. So now this is, like I say, we're going to have some fun with these mini Mondays and we're going to play for a bit longer, but we're going to throw in some other things in the meantime too. So this is the next one's going to be a little bit more fun too. So anyways, you guys take care and stay well. And I hope everything's going for you great in your sewing room. And I do hope you give this one a try. Okay. All right. Until we meet each other again. Bye. My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and, you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.